Hello and welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to go over my December 2023 profit results. So if you want to know how much I made in December 2023, then stay tuned. Now, before we get started, I just want to shout out my sponsor, amazseller.com, where you can track all your purchases for when you're selling on FBA. Track all your purchases, see how much profit you've made for the day, the month, the year. You can set yourself spending goals, profit goals, and basically it's a pro tool that's going to allow you to grow your FBA business. So without further ado, let's get back into the video. So let's have a quick look at my profits for December. I'm just going to switch over my view here quickly and we'll jump straight into it. So December was a pretty busy month for me. I got COVID during the sort of beginning of December, which really hurt me. I think I could have made probably another 2,000 profit maybe, but it is what it is. So, nothing you can do about that. Overall it was a pretty good month. I've definitely learned many lessons from December. And one of those being that I definitely didn't have enough stock. I should have been, I should have gone very deep on some specific items. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out what these kind of items are. Just think about what's popular at Christmas. But yeah, so I had some good products in. Excuse me. Still getting over COVID here a little bit. So what was I saying? In terms, I just didn't go deep enough on some products, and I did very well on certain products that I held, that I bought sort of in the August, September time, and then by the time December rolled around, I was able to sell those for huge profits. And there's one item in particular that I think I bought in probably September, I think. And a lot of people jumped on this listing, and they were only making sort of £4 profit per item. Obviously when a lot of people jump on a listing, the price tanks. And just to give you an idea, the sale price was about £88, I think, or £85. And people were making about a fiver if they were lucky. I managed to hold on to my stock, and I sold it way later into December. And I was selling them for an average of 120. And my very last item, I just put the price way up to, I think, 150 or 160, and eventually I got a sale. So very nice profits on those. Very good lessons there. December's crazy. And another thing I learned about Q4 as well is that sort of October, November, a little bit quieter than I imagined, but December was way busier than I ever imagined. So it sort of comes to fruition in December. Anyway, let's get into the results. So that's what you're here for. So we can see here on the screen, what did I do? This is my STK, so the toolkit. So I did about 8,077 profit, it's 57,000 revenue, 30% ROI, just right on the money, basically. I've got some nice reimbursements there. But let's move on to the next screenshot just to show you some of the fees that I incurred. And you can see them on the left here, like transportation, shipping, storage. My storage average is about £200 a month. Things like that, and then you can actually see, once it factors all those fees in, my reimbursement, things like that, I made about £7,811, so just a little bit off that 8,000 we had initially. And then here we've got the spreadsheet here. Excuse me. So we can see that 8,077 profit. After the fees is about 7,811, as we saw earlier. So you may notice here, VA costs 0. I ended up getting rid of my VAs in the end. They're great people. But in the end, I decided that I wasn't a fan of having employees. I didn't really like managing employees. And it just wasn't for me, basically. So I'm going to be keeping this more of as a one-man band, and just making sure that I optimize what I buy, go deeper on products, rather than trying to go wide and find lots of products. So VA costs went down. And the other thing as well is, I was getting a bit disheartened by, having a bad month and all my money going out to sort of VA costs and other costs as well. So, you know, as you probably saw in sort of October, maybe. I don't think I did a November video because I was so disappointed by results that I just didn't want to do a video, even though I probably should go back and do one anyway. I still made a profit, but not as much as I wanted. It all kind of went out in fees. So VA cost zero. I don't really plan on getting a VA again, but who knows? Maybe I'll get an admin VA again. My admin VA was very good, actually. I kind of regret letting her go. But yeah, so subscription costs, they've gone up a little bit, £677. I've joined a new group. I've got some new software that I'm using, so those kind of fees have gone up. Prep costs have gone down. So another thing that I wanted to sort of cut down on was my prep cost. So before I was just sending everything to the prep center, and now I'm being a little bit more strategic about it. And I'm getting a lot of stuff delivered here and prepping in-house again. Again, it's just to reduce those costs down. I just want to really establish the business, make sure I'm making, trying to keep as much profit in the business as possible early on. And as I grow naturally, I will eventually move back more towards using Prep Center and again, maybe VAs in the future. I think my biggest problem, and going on a tangent here, is I was, building the business for growth, but I wasn't actually growing. So I spent all this money on anticipation of growth of the business, but the business actually didn't grow. But I'll do another whole video about this anyway. So yeah, prep fees really low. £412 top cashback, really nice. That's pretty standard, I think. About £400 a month, I think, is what I normally make. Tide cashbacks absolutely plummeted. So Tide, which is a business bank account in the UK, used to pay out cashback of 0.5%, and they used to pay out on your Amex. So when I used to pay off my Amex, let's say 40 grand in Amex every month, I used to get £200 back, but they've stopped doing that now. So my Tide cashback has fallen through the floor, and I've downgraded my account now. So no longer going to be doing cashback. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. It was a good loophole where it lasted, but anyway. And I've got roughly around £99 in Amex points, so about 20,000 Amex points. It's worth about £99 if I was to convert them to cash. Anyway, just put that in. So overall total profit, 7,391, so £7,400 profit. Not too bad, so I can't complain too much for December. Obviously, wish it was higher, but it could have been lower. And I learned a lot of lessons for December as well. So next December, or December 2024, I am certainly hoping that this is going to be at least double, if not triple this amount, because I'm going to be going deep on some very specific products for December 2024 and being way more prepared for it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys want to learn how to do FBA, if you want to come and ask me any questions, or just chat about anything really, FBA related or whatever, join my Discord group. I've got a 100% free Discord group. I'll put a link in the description down below. It's 100% free to join. There's not a huge amount in there right now. I'll be padding it out over time, but I'm in there, so you can come and ask me questions if you're getting started or if you're an established FBA seller. So I definitely recommend that. And excuse me, the final thing I'm going to say is, if you are after a Discord group that is really good for retail arbitrage in the UK, as well as actually surprisingly doing very well on online arbitrage leads, then I recommend you join Mental Picks. And again, I'll put a link down below as well for that. So yeah, guys, hope you appreciate that. Please like, comment, subscribe as well. And I'll be putting hopefully way more videos out this year as well. So my goal is to try and make 2 or 3 a week. As a minimum, and hopefully I can do more than that as well, and I'll be doing way more informational videos as well. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.